Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sumaya AI Wali, student at Rehan AI Teacher Training Institute Batch 21. Today I'm excited to share a powerful and thought-provoking review of a talk that beautifully connects science with education. In today's rapidly evolving world, understanding how the brain learns is becoming more important than ever. Education is no longer just about getting information, it's about designing experiences that align with how our brains actually process, store, and apply knowledge. Today we will explore the insightful talk, Neuroscience Pathways from Lab to Classroom by Dr. Judy Willis. A talk that challenges traditional teaching and opens door to brain-based learning. The central theme of this talk revolves around bridging the gap between neuroscience and classroom teaching. For many years, education and brain science worked separately. Scientists studied how the brain functioned in laboratories, while teachers focused on delivering curriculum in classroom. However, this separation created a major gap. Teachers were often unaware of how learning actually happens in the brain. Doctor Judy Willis emphasizes that understanding brain processes like memory, attention, and emotions can transform teaching practices. One of the key concepts discussed in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt based on experience. This means that intelligence is not fixed. Instead, learning strengthens neural paths through practice and engagement. Another major focus is the role of emotion in learning. The brain does not effectively process information when it under stress or boredom. Instead, it learns best when a student feels safe, motivated, and interested. She also highlights the importance of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that enhances motivation, attention, and memory. When students experience joy, curiosity, or success, dopamine is released, making learning more effective and long lasting. In simple terms, the talk teaches us that learning is not just cognitive, it is emotional and biological. Engagement is essential for memory formation. Teaching methods must align with how the brain naturally learns. Now let's talk about the incredible speaker behind this talk, Dr. Judy Willis. She has a unique and inspiring journey. She worked as a neurologist for 15 years and later became a classroom teacher for over a decade. This rare combination allows her to understand both the scientific working of the brain, the practical challenges of teaching students. She has written multiple over 200 articles on applying neuroscience to education, making her one of the leading voices in brain-based learning. Her work is especially valuable because she doesn't just explain theory, she translates it into real classroom strategies. In this talk, Dr. Judy Willis explains how traditional teaching methods often fail because they ignore how the brain actually works and how the brain actually learns. Learning and the brain filter. She explains that the brain has a filtering system that decides what information is important. If something feels stressful, it is blocked. Boring, it is ignored. Interesting, it is processed. This means teachers must design lessons that capture attention through curiosity and relevance. Stress versus learning. One of the most powerful ideas in the talk is that stress blocks learning. When students feel anxious, frustrated, or pressured, the brain shifts into survival mode, fight, flight, or freeze. preventing higher thinking and memory formation. This challenges the traditional belief that strict environments improve learning. The power of engagement. Dr. Willis highlights that students learn best when they feel safe, they see purpose in learning, they are actively involved. She gives examples like using games, real life connections, and student interest to make learning meaningful. Neuroplasticity and practice. The talk explains how repeated practice strengthens neural connections. The more a student engages with the concept, the stronger the brain pathways become, making recall faster and more accurate. This shows that learning is a process of building connections, not memorizing facts. Dopamine and motivation. One of the most interesting comparisons she makes is between learning and video games. Why do students love games? Clear goals, immediate feedback, sense of achievement. These trigger dopamine release, making the brain want to continue learning. She suggests that classrooms should incorporate similar elements to maintain motivation. Relevance and choice. Another key takeaway is that students must understand, why should I learn this? When learning connects to personal interest or real life applications, the brain becomes more engaged and receptive. In my opinion, this talk is incredibly impactful and relevant, especially in today's education system. What I found most powerful is how Dr. Judy Willis shifted our perspective from teaching content to understand learners, from memorization to meaningful learning, from pressure to motivation. Her ideas challenge many traditional practices, especially the overemphasis on exams and rote learning. I also strongly agree with her point that emotion plays a central role in learning. In many classrooms, students are expected to learn under stress, which actually works against the brain's natural processes. This talk is not just for teachers, it is valuable for students, parents, educational leaders, because it helps us rethink how learning should happen. As we come to the end, we learn that education is not just about delivering lessons. It is about understanding the human brain and unlocking its full potential. Dr. Judy Willis reminds us that every learner has the ability to grow, adopt, and succeed if we create the right environment. When we align teaching with neuroscience, we don't just improve education, we transform it into a meaningful, engaging, and lifelong journey of discovery. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this review inspires you to think differently about learning and teaching. This is Sumaya Aiwali signing off.